What's up, everybody? It's your favorite Templeton's favorite nerd, and today we are looking at the masterpiece Rattrap. Now, this isn't a masterpiece anymore, right? It's an MPG, which is drastically different. Or is it? It's not. Spoilers. It's the same. It's just a slight rebrand. Otherwise, it's the same. Anyway, this is on loan to me from Augie. Shout out to him. He also sent some books along that as a gift to me, which was quite nice. And he shouldn't have. But he did, and that's what makes him him, I suppose. Anyway, we're going to find out what makes Rattrap Rattrap by reviewing him, but in order to do so, we need to first start with the accessories. So he comes with an alternate rat face, and this has posable wire whiskers. This doesn't belong to me. I'm not going to make alterations to the whiskers. I'll let Augie decide what he wants to do with that. But detailing wise, it's the same, so we'll talk about that when we get to the rat. He comes with two alt faces. One is like a smiling face. One is a eyes and mouth wide open face. It's red translucent for the lenses and mouth, silver for the brain, gold face detailings. Looks good. Oh, silver and gold. He comes with a couple adapters, this being one of them. It is a clear translucent plastic. It utilizes these two slots there, pegs in, and then you can peg this into the back of Primal, so to speak, so that he can carry him like a piggyback ride, ratty back ride, I guess. Both in, you keep this the same, but Primal has the capability of doing it in both alt mode and robot mode. He also comes with this adapter, which is just a little translucent plastic adapter. To utilize that, just move this tail out of the way and then get that pegged into there, and then you can use it on the Takara stand. The other adapter can be used on the Takara stand as well. He comes with a blaster. Looks good. Looks really sharp. We got some copper paint, some gunmetal silver, sculpted really nicely. It also folds up and tabs into the inner thigh in rat mode, and you'll see me unplug it during the transformation as well. And he can hold it just fine by plugging into the palm of his hand and wrapping his fingers around it. He comes with two of these. They're like little, I don't know, pieces of cheese maybe. They're in his forearm. There's a tab here. You can tab that into his palm, like the palm of his hand, so that he can kind of hold it if you'd like. And it can be stowed in his forearm and then covered up, and there's one in each forearm. And then it's that little notch there that you push through to kind of get it out, so to speak, if you need to. Let's talk about Rattrap. So, plastic feels identical to the Beast Wars line. So there's been no changes there regarding the branding, which we suspected, right? Paint is gray, and then it has like a airbrush burst of brown on top, which is consistent with the markings, I think, both in the show and on the original toy. Let's see what else we have here. It does have a slight, probably more than likely digital sculpting of a fur texture, and that's fine as well. The face, we have the black and white painted on the eyes. Looks good. Whiskers are painted on and sculpted on in this face. Nose is painted on as well. Mouth opens and has burgundy paint inside the mouth. The teeth are painted white, as are the two front chompers. Articulation-wise, the head doesn't really do anything. It's pretty much locked in place. You can untab it and then rotate it down, and once you get to a certain point, it can kind of look side to side. And I don't know why I wanted to say that I got the ears to move. Yeah, the ears move as well. Okay. Let's see what else we have. So, arms. We have a hinge that can get outward movement on the arms. It also acts as a universal, so you get your swivel. There's also a bilify joint right there. And then we have an elbow that gets you one, and then an ankle that gets you a hinge as well. Let me back out a little bit. There's a swivel at the ankle, and then a hinge. I talked about that hinge as well, right? Feet are painted pink, and then the toenails are painted black. And the other arm is identical. Rear leg actually comes out on a double hinge, which is nice, and collapses, plus you get your swivel around. You have a knee joint that gets you a hinge back and forth, and then an ankle joint. Once again, the feet are painted pink, and then the toenails are painted black. Unfortunately, both the rear hips and front hips have these like outward movements. The front hands you can kind of swivel at the ankle to make it act as a rocker. Let's see if I can get the feet too as well. No, the feet don't. So like the feet are kind of stuck, you know, or you're going to lose a bit of the suspension of disbelief, which is a bummer. Couple robot parts bumping out here. I'm not sure if that's cartoon accurate. I don't remember. If it is, then great, I guess. And if it's not, then looks unsightly. Tail, hinge, 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 hinge. And then swivel at the base so you can get all sorts of wiggle and waggle depending on your preferences. And painted pink, same color as the... So gimmick wise, you can kind of take the butt flap here, collapse it up, and collapse the tail up, rotate the feet down, and then untab the head, have him look forward, and now he's like standing up, you know, and being a little excited, or praying. Maybe he's praying hands, dude. Get it tatted. Rat. So, yeah. That's something it's capable of doing. And then I guess I should show you what he looks like next to Tiger Tracks. About the size of an MP car. All right, let's get him transformed. So you got to bring the head up, and now put his head up a little higher. Now he looks a little bit like he's looking down his nose at you. Judgmental. And we're going to sit this flap a little bit tighter up against that back part, which you can have either way. Open up this rat belly here. Take this plastic guarding out, but first we're going to open up these hands, and we're going to open up the chest as well. And then take all of your, well, I'll tell you what, we have to continue with the legs anyway. So bring the legs out and down, and then rotate the ankle so that the leg is looking forward. And that's the gun, which we've already gone over. Bring this leg out and around, straighten the knee, straighten the ankle, and make sure that it's all lined up. All right, take these flank pieces, rotate them down 180 degrees on both sides. And then take this faux rat face, bring that down, and then that should allow you to get these arms up and out of the way. There we go. Okay. Then you can rotate these same side panels up. I'm going to make sure that that's all right. Yes, it is. And then we have to collapse the rat head down. Whew. So hinge, hinge, hinge. And it's got to go like pretty snug up in there. There it is. And like it'll kind of sit right up underneath the armpits. Rotate the ears up. Excuse me. And then you can bring this whole like abdominal piece up. And then the rat face will clip in to like the side components of that chest. I might have to sort that out a bit. For the arms, this elbow rotates down, and then you can straighten out the hand and fist. Elbow rotates down, straighten out the hand and fist. We can also rotate the waist 180 before we start working on this backpack. So fold in the middle piece, fold in outer piece 1, outer piece 2, panel 1, panel 2, and then on the back, make sure that your arms are situated, I think, somewhat like this. I think something like that. All right, and then use these holes here, 1, 2, 3 for 1, 2, 3 tabs. And then for the lower section, fold in panel 1, fold in panel 2. The back legs, you want to use that double hinge and rotate it up and over, and then just collapse the as well as you can. And then this whole section just double hinges up, and then the tail sits in there. This is supposed to be up in there. And that's it. That is a lot of backpack. But I'll get it cleaned up. We'll take a look at it. So let's have a look, and we'll get in tight on the head sculpt for Dennis. And I think it's good. I think the copper looks great. The silver, I think I did silver and gold, so we'll just stick with that. It has light piping. You know how I feel about that. Pretty worthless. But, like, who's going to have a light at the back of their shelf, you know, to get that to work? Just seems antiquated, and they should do away with it. So, head is on a ball peg. You get up to there, down, and the swivel, and that's pretty much what you get. The backpack is my biggest issue. I guess I'll get to that shortly. So we have a double hinge at the shoulder, which is actually nice. So one there, and then a second one. So you can get the arm up fairly high. And then you can get 360 until you bump into the backpack, or the shoulder bumps into this and unplugs the backpack, which is also obnoxious. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbow that gets you the full run. That's great. Wrist swivel and hinge in out, and the fingers are on a base pen knuckle. Detailings wise, it's quite nice. So you have flat gray plastic here, but it's covered up by copper and 2 shades of gold. Same goes for the elbow. It doesn't, like, this is just flat gray plastic. It would look so horrible to see it by itself, but the way that they've kind of painted the pieces around it, it ends up working. It's nice. Same goes for the forearm, the silver paint with the little Maximal symbol painted on there, Tampo paint, pad printed paint, looks good. You know, same for this arm. Waist, there is a waist swivel, and that's nice enough. The eyes are painted red. The nose is painted black, and then you have the copper goldish paint on the sides here, which again, looks good. Same goes for the legs. Tremendous paint, right? The pelvis as well. 3 shades of gold / copper. They use the same kind of gray with the metallic paints around it that they use on the shoulders for the lower legs, which not only makes it look cohesive, but makes it look good. Forward range, forward and back to there, so a little limited. Out to the side, much better. Thigh swivel. You also get a swivel at the knee, so you can use either. And then you get full range on a single knee joint, and an ankle rocker, and a toe tilt up. You can actually even manipulate the heel, so it's a whole ankle tilt up, which is clever, and then a toe tilt down. So it's fine. The issue with this guy is the backpack. So the shoulder, when you manipulate the shoulder, it has a tendency that the backpack doesn't plug into the chest very well, like the flank of the chest. So when you get it plugged in and then you go to manipulate the arms, the shoulder bulk has a tendency to push the backpack away, and that makes it a little bit of a frustrating experience. And there it is from the back. Great googly moogly, that thing is juicy. Not a great look. It's probably accurate and people love that, but I guess who doesn't? But yeah, what a time to be alive, I guess. Size comparison wise, I don't have anything that makes a whole lot of sense to put him next to, but there he is next to a Masterpiece car and Ironhide. Hopefully that gives you some sort of an idea. You know, he's a little bit shorter, maybe a head shorter than a Masterpiece car. Final thoughts wise, we'll start with the negatives. My biggest issue with this guy is the backpack. It just doesn't feel fully realized. It doesn't secure itself to the bot properly. Getting it tabbed in is a pain in and of itself, but then once you get it tabbed in, when you go to manipulate the shoulders and stuff, like I said, it has a tendency to kind of come undone. You know, and then just the bulk of it kind of gets in the way of most everything else, I feel like. The light piping, you know, my feelings on that, it has no place here. We should be past that. And it'd be nice to get a little bit more head articulation from the rat in rat mode. But I mean, that's about all I got. It's not a bad figure. Moving on to the positives, it's painted beautifully, sculpted accurately, materials feel good, transformation's interesting, and not really frustrating. That backpack's a little frustrating, but other than that, compared to what I've been looking at recently, it's a walk in the park. Comes with the appropriate accessories, they integrate well. The little gimmick of the rat sitting up is cute, you know, I guess. It's not going to go down in history as one of the greatest pieces ever made, but it's going to fill that spot on your shelf perfectly fine. And I really am happy for the Beast Wars fans that they kind of get their kind of proper crew complete. So congratulations to y'all. Hope that helps. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.